Hey, can you imagine, with a guy who loves pike fishing as much as I do, what it feels like to watch my own television show, and I'm not there catching the big pike and my buddies are or my employees are, and I'm off doing business, an appearance or something I don't remember anymore. That's a drag. I mean, I'm proud of the guys and I know that they'll do a great job, and will they have a ton of fun? Who wouldn't have a ton of fun doing it? But Babe gets to watch them having his ton of fun. After hearing some unbelievable tales about catching gigantic pike through the ice at Lake of the Woods, the timing was to be late March, perfect for late winter pre-spawn pike moving into the shallows to feed and stage.
Flag!
Long and short, when a business conflict came up and I couldn't go, I sent my staff to fish and film in my place.
Fish on.
Here we go.
Well, the pike gods smiled down and opened the gates, and what may just be the best ice fishing action for trophy gators ever recorded on film.
There you go. That's a nice one.
Big fish.
Wow. Look at
Tyler. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Good
Look at the size of that, Tim.
That's oh, that's a big one.
Another nice one.
Wow. Well, you guys got a fishery here. This is absolutely insane. This fishing is incredible here.
The tally of true giants put on the ice and released was almost ungodly. Great show, good for business and all of that, but I'm not gonna lie, I was really jealous for missing out.
That's a fish of a lifetime.
Now, wasn't that a beauty he just landed? I mean, a big fat one. Notice how big and fat and heavy these fish all are. In less than 30 days, they're gonna be spawning someplace around here. That's what they're making a major movement towards this section of the lake. And that's why Arneson's is the greatest place you can go through up there. They build all their own vehicles, so a vehicle breaks through the ice and it floats. It's safe. When you're dealing with that late ice, it can be treacherous. You just don't want to run around out there. Arneson's is a great place to fish out of. They know where the fish are. They know what's going on, no matter what season of the year it is. And catching them through the ice is not as fun from one standpoint as it is when you're casting with a rod and reel and you can see the fish bite. But everything has its own highs and lows. And those little bitty rods like this, and you got a 20, 25 pound fish on, even the 16, 18 pound fish on. I mean, that's a hell of a fight, and you better do everything right or you're not gonna land the fish. So it's its own kind of experience. That's the good thing about fishing, is there's all these different species and there's all the different patterns for all the different species, and we only know a fraction of those patterns. Every situation, every environment they live in gives them different opportunities so they can do different things. And you're continually learning, and that's what makes you love fishing so much. It's the process of educating yourself on what to do next.
That's a good fish.
That is a big fish.
Now we just got to hope that the hookup was good. Come up here, be able to fish big pike. What an experience for any angler.
The way it's running, it looks bigger than your last fish.
We can only hope so. Huh?
I hope so.
If that's the case, we got a giant here. Okay.
I don't really liked it when I saw the hole.
As soon as we got close, I go to back reel. We've lost some fish right at the hole. So when we do get the fish up, kind of a game, a cat and mouse game a little bit with the fish. You get them to the bottom of the hole and you just try to ease that head in there.
Boy, that looks like a dandy, Jeff.
It feels really, really good. We've caught some big fish, but I have to say this one feels just a touch better, which
There we go.
we're getting close here now. Now this is where the whole game begins.
It's to get them turned up in that hole. That's where I was having some problems.
It's a lot funner with them rods catching them northerns than it is trying to do the hand over hand, ain't it?
Well, that's a perfect rod, that St. Croix, for this application, isn't it?
Oh, and it's fun. There's the rod and bob. Okay, now he's on the bottom of the hole again here now.
He's right below the hole right now. Here he comes, here he comes. Oh.
Oh, what a beauty! What a beauty!
Beauty,
That
nicely
is a
done.
giant. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. That is a giant.
Beautiful fish.
That's a 40-pluser.
Well, I can't say it enough. April 12th. I don't know if you asked me last year if I thought I'd be lucky enough to be doing this with Paul Arneson and Tim up at Arneson's Rocky Point. We're on Lake of the Woods. Babe, I hate to tell you, my friend, you're missing out. You better get here. That is just a gorgeous giant pike. I mean, you can travel wherever you want to travel to catch big fish, but I know I'm coming back to Lake of the Woods.
Yes, another great fun way to catch fish. Big pike, specifically. And it hasn't been until the last couple of decades that anybody really got onto that and did it much. And these fish do it every year. So mark the time of the year, work with your outfitter like Arneson's, because they know ice conditions and this, that, and the other, and you know how the weather varies. What worked one year may not work the other year. The fish know what's going on with the weather underneath the ice, so don't worry about that. But if you've got a pike passion like I do, then catching them anytime you can is the best. And yes, one of these days I'd like to go to Europe and catch some of those 40 and 50 pound pike. That would be something else. Enjoy.